Everyone, Chris here, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to a reading vlog to wrap up the end of August. So it is Wednesday, the very final day of August, and I meant to start this vlog Monday, and then just didn't. I didn't do it before bed because I reasoned that I would do it Monday morning. Monday was really hot, so I didn't want to film, and we had construction outside, and it was very loud. And then I think it was Monday night going into Tuesday, I had Spider Palooza. I found 3 spiders in or near my bed, which made me very jumpy, so I did not want to film. And then Tuesday morning, it was thunderstorming, so I couldn't really film then, and it was still really hot. And then last night, my phone was basically dead. And by the time I had charged enough that I could sit and film, I was ready for sleep. So it's Wednesday, and I'm going to run through quickly what my plans were for the end of September and how much progress I've made on said plans. So when it comes to my TBR, I needed to finish that. I have Hurricane Season and 12th as the final 2 books on my Phase 10 TBR. I have Poisoned Primrose, I believe it's called. I'll pop a picture up here, which was the sort of kind of final book on my Pick Pongathon TBR that I wanted to get to. And then I had books 2 and 3 in the Andimity series and book 2 in the Survivor series. These I needed to read because books 4 and 5 of this series and books 3 and 4 of this series are on my September TBR. So for my progress update, I read and finished Poisoned Primrose. And this we're following a woman named Mott who has moved out to her aunt's cottage. She's autistic and asexual, and it's her first time kind of being out on her own. And she ends up finding a body buried in her backyard, which leads to all sorts of hilarity as the local detectives try to figure out who did it, while Mott also tries to make sense of it. And it was very interesting seeing Mott as our main character, because with her being autistic, she thinks a little bit differently than everybody else. And as somebody who is fairly certain they are autistic as well, it was interesting to see the similarities and the differences between me and Mott, but there were a lot of things I could highly relate to, along with the fact that she's ace, as I'm ace as well. So I really enjoyed having Mott as a protagonist, because it was nice to see some of myself in a protagonist in a cozy mystery. She also has a naked cat and a turtle. So there are cute animal companions in this one as well. It's got a lot of really good family vibes because she's got a close-knit friend group that are basically like family. And we see her family throughout the book as well. I think I'm going 4.25 stars. I definitely enjoyed the book. I was left guessing until the very end as to who did it. And I always love when mysteries can stump me. It is a series I definitely plan to continue on. And I really love the rep and how her being autistic and ace definitely created a very different vibe, but in a really good way. With my Phase 10 TBR, I read 12th, and I think I'm going 4 stars on this. We're following a girl named Marin, and she is off to this, like, theater summer camp, and they're going to be putting on a play of The Twelfth Night by Shakespeare, and she's struggling. She doesn't really want to be there. We learn very quickly something is going on with her older sister, and that's why she's being shipped off to this camp, because the focus needs to be on her sister, but we don't quite know what's going on there. While at the camp, she meets a lot of different people, one being her bunkmate Theo, who is non-binary, and this book is chock full of LGBTQ plus rep, which I really loved. And I wasn't as into the play part because I know nothing about Shakespeare. I've never been a theater geek. I didn't really relate to that part of it, but I really liked how they wrote Marin and how they wrote the LGBTQ plus rep, and I thought Marin behaved very relatably, even though she's a 12-year-old, but like it felt very authentic to how a 12-year-old would behave in this situation. And there was a sort of mystery which was intriguing, but again, I think I would have enjoyed more if I knew something about Shakespeare. But the reason I would recommend this book is because of all the amazing LGBTQ plus rep. And a thing I like is that at the end of the book, there is a bonus material page where she actually talks to a doctor about gender diversity, and I really love how that was handled, especially considering this is a middle grade book, so this would be something that was read by middle graders and make them understand more about gender diversity and how that works, the different terms and things like that. And I think that's so important, because even if somebody is cisgendered, it is good for them to know how other people think and how other people identify and what they're going through. And I really love the rep in this book. And I think if you are a theater nerd and you know stuff about Shakespeare, you're probably going to enjoy this book a lot more than I did, because you will get some of the references that I think went over my head because I know nothing about the theater or Shakespeare. So 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. It kept me up till 5 a.m. Not intentional, but I was up till 5 a.m. reading this book because I basically just couldn't put it down, because I was so invested in the characters and all the rep. I was really enjoying the rep, even though I wasn't necessarily as enthused by all the Shakespeare. So highly recommend this book, even though it wasn't a new 5-star. Then I will let you know I read and finished Hurricane Season, but seeing as it's a summer cover, you're going to have to wait for my summer cover vlog for my thoughts on this one, but I did read it and finish it. Which leaves me with these 3. I have started Aunt Dimity and the Duke. I am on page 133, so I'm making decent progress in this. I don't think I will get through all 3 of these today, because it's 1:45 in the afternoon, which means I have 10 hours, and I have Dynamite tonight. So from 8 to 10, I will be watching wrestling. But I see no reason why I won't finish this, and I think I'm going to try to read this, because I think this would be a faster read. Maybe? I'm definitely going to pick one of these up and try to finish them, but I don't know if I will make it. But that is my plan for today. I'm sorry that this vlog is essentially covering 3 days, but is only being filmed from 1, because you will get my wrap up about what I read today. Well, later today or early tomorrow morning, depending how you want to look at it. I really appreciate everybody sticking with me and being understanding of the fact that sometimes my mental health does not allow me to film as much as I would want to or post as often as I would want to, and being understanding of the fact that I'm getting you content as fast as I can film it and feel up to filming, editing, etc. And sometimes I just want to get lost in books, and that makes it very hard to film when I don't particularly want to be on camera. I want to be lost in a book. So I really appreciate everybody who's here and sticks with me and leaves such nice comments and is so supportive. I love being a part of this community, and am so grateful for everybody who watches my videos and interacts. So yeah, I think that's all I want to say in this clip. I'm going to go read, and I will check back in with you after you enjoy the wonderful kitty content I will be providing in the next scene. Enjoy! It is now officially September, and today was a gigantic fail. Of the 3 books that I had hoped to get to, or ideally would have loved to have been able to get through, I didn't get through any of them. I did read more of Aunt Dimity and the Duke. I am now on page 178. This is the second book in the Aunt Dimity series, and it's a reread for me. And if memory serves, this was always my least favorite book in the series because it's a prequel. So in the prequel, we're following two characters we met in book 1, and we're seeing how they met each other. And I think given that it was the second book released in the series, it just never really worked for me. I'm finding it far more interesting this time around, given that I know much more about the world, and we hear of characters that are mentioned in the greater Aunt Dimity universe in this book. So it is far more interesting with future knowledge and being more attached to these characters in particular, because we only meet them briefly in the first book. So I'm enjoying it more on my reread than I did the first time around. I will say that, but I think it's always going to be one of my least favorite books in the series because it does not follow Laurie, and Laurie is our main character from the Aunt Dimity series, and it just has a different voice, and I just don't think it'll work for me, as well as the main books of the series do because of that. My plan had been to finish this and then either get to A Hidden Enemy or Aunt Dimity's Good Deed, which is book 3 in the Aunt Dimity series, but I started out really well. I got to page 100 and, what did I say, 78? Yeah. And then things just kind of went to crap around here, and I went from having a pretty decent brain day to a really, really, really bad one. And so I just did not get as much reading done as I wanted. This whole vlog has been a series of unfortunate events, given that it was filmed all in the space of like 12 hours. I apologize for that. I hope you enjoy the content. Anyways, I am hoping that the vlogs that I have planned for September go a little bit smoother. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't have much more to say. This is going to be a much shorter vlog, but even so, in 3 days, I finished like 4 books? 3 books, and part of this one. I read Hurricane Season, I read 12th, and I read The Poisoned Primrose. I don't think I read anything else. I literally talked about these books this morning, and my brain is just like, maybe you read, maybe you didn't. Who knows? That's what happens when I have bad brain days. I just don't seem to retain the details like I might want to. So, yes, hopefully September will be a much better month vlog-wise, but reading-wise, I think I've done pretty well this month overall. I got to almost all of my TBR, and I got to all of the books that were officially on my TBRs. And September is the month of readathons. I'm doing Middle Grade Magic, Season-a-thon Academy, Roll the Rainbow Readathon, Bookopoly-thon, Series September, the Fall Into Reading Challenge, and Greek Godathon. So 7 of them. The Fall Into Reading Challenge runs for 3 months, so that one is like the most least pressure of them all. Series September, Bookopoly-thon, and the Season-a-thon Academy are month-long readathons, and Middle Grade Magic runs from the 1st through the 11th, so you'll be getting a 11-day vlog, which will be different. Then the 12th through the 18th is the Roll the Rainbow readathon, so I'll be doing a specific vlog for that. And then Greek Godathon runs from the 23rd through the 30th, to the end of the month, so you'll be getting a vlog for that. So I'll have 4 vlogs, I believe, coming out in September. The Middle Grade Magic focused one, the Roll the Rainbow readathon one, and the Greek Godathon one, and then the 5 days where I am not reading books that are set for a time limit readathon. So, yeah. September is going to be a very interesting month. Wish me luck. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up, and we will see how September goes for me. August was a decent month. Hopefully September will be too. All of my social media is linked in the description below if you'd like to come chat with me. If you've made it this far in the video, leave me fall emojis, because we're this close to fall. You would not believe how many acorns are falling at my house. I'm loving it. I am so ready for the cold weather. And I think there is one day next week that last time I checked, the low was supposed to be like 45. I'm so excited and so ready for that. Like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!